hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for Belle Collector Season 3, Episode 3, Lying and Spying. Okay? Somebody out here not being truthful and somebody out here stalking people. Okay? Look, the drama on this show, the pettiness on this show, the full of fucking goodry on this show, I'm like, what is going on? Why? We got Marie Lateshia faced off with Cliff, not Cliff, girl, Glen, Latrice and SoGucci, back and forth in it. Okay, Tamara getting called out, and for me, in my opinion, for no real reason. Okay, it's just the Josh out here running his mouth. I'm like, and it's only episode 3. Anyway, okay, I hope everybody's having a great time today on this great Sunday. I will probably be live sometime later on tonight. I don't know what time, okay, but as long as you've done a couple of things, you can know when I will be on. So that means that please make sure, okay, that you are subscribed to my channel. Please make sure, okay, that you have follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and Twitter and TikTok. Okay, y'all know to please also like the video, comment in the comment section, okay, and hit the little share button. So again, subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and follow me, okay? Because it's the thing to do. Now, this is a premiere, meaning I will not be on camera. It is 2:37 in the morning. I'm here though, with a hat on and everything, okay? Hi, okay, bye. Anyway, I will be on camera later on, okay? My braids is all taken down, so I gotta get myself together, okay? But let's get into what we came here to get into, okay? So the episode picks up right where the last one left off. We see Latrice and SoGucci having a conversation, okay? Now, I feel like SoGucci's being petty and childish and unprofessional. Okay, I feel like she do you not sell other homes and other properties? Because why are you so upset about one property that you did not get to sell? Now I understand you may feel like that's my friend, and my friend should always come through me. My friend should always tell me stuff. But I'm like, girl, why not have that conversation with your friends? Why be so upset as if it's a new person you just met, who you thought y'all was cool because y'all just met, and then they did something that you don't like? That's what it's feeling like. That's what it's acting like. That's what it's giving. Okay, it ain't giving long term friends. It ain't giving I know how to talk. It's giving we knew, we don't talk that often, and so I'm upset. Okay, now, Latrice, like, I feel like you've been acting funny lately, okay? After a little workout thing or whatever, you kept calling me out. You wasn't calling nobody else out or whatever, and I don't like it. I don't know why you doing it, but I don't like it, okay? So Goody just said, well, first of all, I feel like, okay, I'm upset. Okay, once I read about you getting that 4,000 square foot building, okay, through a different realtor, I felt betrayed. Okay, so I backed away from the friendship. I left. I said, hold up, wait a minute. Okay, I said not right, not today. Okay, I backed away, and at the workout event, I was being shady to you. I was, and that's just what it is. And I was like, but for why? Like, because for me, I feel like it just seemed like a simple conversation was needed that didn't happen, and then Gucci took it personal. And she took it personal and then did not want to have that conversation with Latrice. Now, Latrice also, for whatever reason was, did not have that conversation with Gucci. So both of y'all didn't talk about something. Why are you so mad, Gucci? What's going on? Okay. Now, she also said it ain't nothing gonna be resolved until I'm done being mad. Okay, I wonder if you was that snake that Marie said you was. I was like, not you quote a Marie about, girl. Look, look. What's crazy to me is Gucci in the confession, like, Latrice need to grow up. Okay, she gotta grow up. She could have told me that she was going to a different age. I'm like, Gucci, we get that. But you seem petty, childish, and unprofessional because, girl, I feel like you lost deals before. One deal shouldn't break you. One deal should not make you that upset. Okay. And also to me proves you and her could not have been in communication because I feel like if y'all were in communication, you would have known she was working with other people. But if I hire you as my realtor and you not reaching out to me, if you're not showing me places or whatever, and somebody else do, what you want me to do? And if you did not get a signed contract, what you want me to do? Now the lady was all on social media being messy because Gucci posted this. That's the building. Okay, that is the building that um Latrice got. Okay. Now we know she said I got the building, but it's gonna take me about 6 months to get it up to par. Okay, she said that last episode. Now you see right here, Gucci gonna say, make sure you get your paint to match your building in the ghetto. I say, not in the ghetto. If you not in the ghetto, I mean, it looked like this an empty building, sitting around here. And if she just bought the building, she can't be held liable for how it looked. Let her paint it. Let her paint it. So a part of me feels like again, Gucci, you miserable. I don't know why you so miserable. I don't know for what. I don't know for why. It's stupid to me. And why y'all up here fussing all on the social medias? It's like, girl, stop it. Don't be fighting each other. Y'all should be happy with each other. Y'all should be like trying to uplift each other. Okay. Now, when she put that on social media, well, Latrice said, not on my watch. You won't call me get two around here as if my building, ain't the best. Now, where is that? She had posted, did she delete it? Oh no, here you go. She had posted, footage of the construction of the building. So while the outside looks like what it looked like before, the inside looked like it's getting a makeover. Because this was from 3 weeks ago. Okay, this year my goal was to be a doer, do more, pray more, work more, and God has been responding 100% in my favor. A new home for God is coming soon, and that was 3 weeks ago. But again, on the last episode, she told us at that point in time, hey, um, it's gonna take some time to get it together. And sometimes when you buy buildings, you do have time to get it together. So I need y'all to stop. I need Gucci stop. Now, Tree's like, girl, look, you can be mad. That's fine. You can be. Look, I'm not around here babysitting nobody's feelings. Be mad or whatever. It's fine. But nothing that I did was shady or snake-like. Okay, what it was, I was handling things. Okay, nothing was malicious. It was just getting the deal done. And the one thing I hate is that when people make it seem as if people have malicious intent or some kind of like sneaky, you know what I'm saying? It's like no, it's not always sneaky. Sometimes it's just that's what it was. That was the business. And you let it be that, okay? Anyway, SoGucci girl, just stop being upset. Leave it be. Leave it be, okay? Now we see a conversation going on between Josh and Akeisha. Now, Akeisha said that Josh has been doing her makeup for about 5 years, and so she's quite often over there at Goddess Lake. So she went there to get her makeup done by Josh. Now, Josh, to me, is messy. Period. Josh called Akeisha. They had a little conversation, but Akeisha said because he sounded weird, like he sounded upset. So I want to go talk to my friend, okay, who's my makeup person, and she called, hey cousin. I know it's probably the fake cousins or whatever. So they're talking. You know what I'm saying? He brings up how he's living with Latrice because of the whole water crisis in Jackson. But since he's been living there, things with Cliff, they not getting along or whatever. It ain't what he thought it would be. Okay, then him and Cliff are not seeing eye to eye because he says, because I see more of how Cliff treats Latrice, and Cliff don't like it, and I don't like it, and it's some bullshit. He then said, basically, he said, I'm moving out. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna be out of Latrice and Cliff business. I'm moving out. I'm gonna go back to my house where I lived before in the water brown. I will just deal with it. Okay. Now the fact that Josh is on the clock at Goddess Length at Latrice's business, okay, gossiping about Latrice to someone else, I'm like, major violation. Josh will be fired if it was my friend. I would fire my friend for running around. You should never. Why? It's bad. Look, I'm not defending Cliff. Nothing I ever say is in defense of Cliff. It's just the situation. My friend should never be out here telling other people what's going on in my house. Period. If you fussing with my husband, if you and my husband is at odds and y'all fussing in my house, you still should not be around here telling other people my business. And not doing it while being at my business. Okay? He tells her how, Cliff and Latrice ain't sharing the same room. They sleeping there in separate rooms. And I was in her room having a conversation with her about Cliff and how I don't like that shit he be doing. And Cliff was outside the door listening. Now, we seen that happen on episode 1 when he was in the room talking to Lateshia, talking to Latrice. We then see a flashback footage and we see Cliff outside, like, yep, you're going to be out there with Josh because he was hearing what they were saying. I'm like, first of all, Cliff was a nosy ass old man, a grumpy ass old man. Sit him down somewhere. You hear me? Anyway, Cliff again was not happy with what he heard being said, which means Cliff was already pissed at Josh. If I were Josh, I would not have said nothing else about that man and his wife. I would have kept my comments to myself and only said it to Latrice somewhere else, but Cliff was not around. Okay, now he then tells her about Cliff popping up at the bar, fussing with Latrice outside. Now, it leads me to believe that he must either heard something singling outside of what Latrice told him, okay? But his point was he was fussing and cussing at her, whatever. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. So, I'm like, Lord Jesus. Josh then said Cliff is smart. That Cliff purposely waited until the cameras were not rolling. The cameras were gone. He then cussed him out real bad and told him you would not have no job. If you keep fucking with me, you will not have no job. Now, when he talked to Latrice last week, we seen him saying, I didn't like how you talked to me. He was so mean to me and you didn't say nothing, And he's telling this to Akeisha again. Why? And again, he need to vent. But again, I still feel like he put himself in a people's business because he felt like he's defending his friend. But it all backfired. It all backfired. And Akeisha, being a grown woman who's married as well, she said, look, and if that happened and you felt, you don't like how he treated you, you don't like how he talked to you, and you're saying that she's your friend and she did not say anything either, even though she told him last week that the reason she did not say anything or interject was because sometimes it's just easier to not respond. Akeisha's like, look, at the end of the day, now you know what it is. You know when it comes to her marriage or her relationship, you have to stay out of it. You have to leave it, wipe your hands of it, okay? And you have to also make sure to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, and G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and the O and P, okay? Have many backups because you don't want to feel like you're going to lose your job because of your boss husband. And I'm like, I feel like he would get fired over this versus him fussing with Cliff. That's just my opinion. But a part of me also feel like this is Karla's messy ass way of just spreading the news of what happened. Because if nobody is in her house, meaning Latrice's house and with Cliff, no one will know what's going on. So this is the way for them to kind of spread the news of that. Okay. Now we then see Latrice goes to Lateshia for, some tips, okay? Because Lateshia girl Lateshia. Latrice is going to be doing a brunch, and she's going to be speaking at an event. It's a self-care brunch, okay? And she's not used to doing public speaking. And Lateshia supposedly allegedly always have these brunches and these speaking engagements. So she is the one that she would know, some little tips of the trade. Okay. Now, first of all, I don't know who doing y'all wigs. I'm not sure. I don't know who did Letitia's wig. You should sue them. Okay. I don't know what skull cap they put on your head. I don't know if they didn't have time to blend, if they didn't put no makeup on your edges. I don't know. But I was like, do she realize it looked like it's silly putty around the scalp? I just wondered. I don't wear wigs. And the reason I don't wear wigs is because I feel like this would happen to me. I feel like I would not know that the edges of my wig is fully showing and I look like a fool. I look like I have silly putty around my edges. And so I feel like if you are a wig wearer, if you are a wig maker, I'm like Latrice. You didn't tell her wig was off color, off kilter, off centered. Okay, now the hair looks nice and silky, but it looked like you scalped somebody and put their head on your head. I'm just saying, even a little treat, a little bit of hair. You know what I'm saying? It's not as bad though. I just want them to be like, cause y'all know. Look, I'm not trying to nitpick. But it was distracting. I can't. I'm like, it looked like silly putty. It was distracting me. The hair itself is cool. It's cool. It's cute, but it looked like it's made from somebody else's scalp. It looked like she's put somebody else's scalp on her scalp. It just made me confused. Anyway, Lateshia gave Latrice some great, simple information. Some great advice. I feel like, and I like that she said, public speaking is not for everyone, and it isn't. You have to really know what you want to say. You have to be comfortable, and when she say, just be yourself, be natural, okay? And just create an outline of what you want to talk about and then follow the topics of what you're going to speak about. And I feel like the easiest way to explain how to do public speaking, treat it as you're having a conversation with a friend. And as long as you have talking points, you're fine. But when you're trying to make up shit to say, that's when it don't make no sense. Okay? It should be as natural as having a conversation. And I feel like someone who's been out selling girl weave out her car, you have to give the gab. I think she needs a little bit of just some encouragement. Okay? So that is what Letitia's there for and whatnot. Okay? They then talk about their spouses a little bit, okay? Because she says, how was Cliff doing? Girl, Cliff out here cliffing the same way that your Glen be out there glenning, okay? Which is funny because I was talking to my best friend Karla, it was last week, and her husband walked in, he was saying something. I'm like, did Flynn walk in Flynn? And we bust out laughing. You just make, you make the person, a little active. But was it the verb? An action? A noun? I don't know. You make them the person. Anyway. She don't really respond to how her and Cliff are doing. She doesn't really tell anyone about what happened with her and Cliff at that bar, okay? But what she do is she said, he Cliffing, okay? But as far as you and Glen, like, what is it keeping you? Like, what hold does Glen have on you that you ain't left and got your own plate yet? Like, what's going on? And then she's like, I'm really in fear. I'm in fear that he won't allow me to move on in peace. Okay, that if push come to shove, a whole other side of him will come out. That people ain't seen. I was like, what is you? This is the thing. When people tap dance around my person is abusive, I feel like no, this say he's abusive, you're scared. Okay, so I don't know if her point is he's abusing her, she can't leave, because in my mind I'm like, but she left him before. And I thought Glen had a whole job on a barge somewhere in the ocean and on the water, and be gone half the damn time. Did he get fired? Where Glen work at now? Did he change jobs? It just feels like this season she's scared of him. And I've never gotten that feeling before. I I felt before she was over his bullshit. So it's a change in the dynamic from season 1 till now. And maybe it's because before now she never was really trying to leave him. And now that she maybe really wants to, that's why she seems different than she had before. Okay. Anyway, when Latrice asked, like, do you think our husbands, like, if our husbands, like, she said, why do you think our husbands are like that? Because Cliff and Glen are kind of the same, where they expect their wives to be good doting wives no matter what they do. Okay. And so, do you think it's because they were with us before we got like some form of success? And when the teacher said, I think it's because they're traditional men who think women places in the house. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to modern women. They were never taught about modern women. So they're just like ass out. Okay. That's what it is. And what I like was Latrice saying that she appreciates having Lateshia because, we can talk about this because we both she feel like Latrice feels like Lateshia fully understands what she's going through. Even though Cliff and Glen are not the exact same, they kind of are, just in different ways. Okay, they kind of touch on Tambra. Uh, Latisha, I'm over Tamara and her lying. She always lying. I don't know why they're still on this. Tambra said that she did not want to be on a text thread if Akeisha was on the text thread. And I'm like, y'all still fussing my dad from the reunion, girl. That's petty to me. Because it's she say. And no one is going to change their point of view. So I would be like, I don't care. If you think she's a liar, let her be a liar. Okay? And then we see Marie meets up with Tambra. Because for some reason, Marie wants to be I Spy Private Eye. I was like, Latrice, you ain't got shit else to do? Like, not nothing? I just feel like, girl, go do something. Go do something. Because you meeting up with Tambra. And Tamara like, what was wrong with you at the workout event? Like, you was just being weird or whatever. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be yoga and not no boot camp for one. And I was trying to talk to you, big old Latrice, and I don't like talking about anything in front of her. Okay. She then brings up how, I want you to know that all the ladies, the Bells, they feel like, you be lying, that you're not transparent. You know what I'm saying? That you avoid certain questions. And I don't feel like you answer questions. I feel like it comes off as you lying. And I was like, what? Now, first of all, I kept saying, Marie new nose makes my face hurt. And y'all know, I don't come for nobody's looks unless they have surgery. And I kept saying to myself, her nose looked crooked. I know she had a nose job. And some say, girl, just Google, her first season. So the first two, even though she had the same hair and the same eyebrows, she had a nose job. And I'm like, I feel like it wasn't nothing wrong with her nose before. I liked her nose before. I liked her face before. Just saying. But you can tell she got some fillers to her face. You know what I'm saying? She got a little rhinoplasty to her face. Okay. She got some lip injections, real small, but still there. Okay. Because before she didn't have much of an upper lip. And now she do. Okay. She has some good work done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to bring this up for a reason. We'll discuss it a little bit. What can we discuss? Well, we can discuss it now. Because Marie was saying stuff on the show and was then on social media saying stuff. And I was like, but wait, it doesn't make sense. I don't know if it makes sense all the way because some of it seem, a little bit delusional. But that has nothing to do with her face surgery. Okay, not the face surgery. Now, but I still feel like, her nose looked great before, and I wish she didn't mess with it because now it looks crooked. Like whoever did her nose did not make it symmetrical, and the nostrils are like ill-fitted. Okay, and I mean that respectfully. Anyway, but they up there talking. Okay, they up there talking and chit chatting or whatever. And again, they get on her thinking Tamara's a liar. Tamara like, look, well, first of all, you know me. I don't give a lot of things my energy or whatever. So people who are not used to that, they may think it's weird, but I don't give shit my energy. Now, Tamara said, I've never had a friend. I've never had any of my friends ever in life call me a liar. You know what I'm saying? I built a career in the five week off of my show, and people trusted me, as an on air person or whatever over the years. So I don't think anyone can call me a liar. Okay. And it's all about the damn drama with the damn text drama. Okay. So Marie said, well, Lateshia said that you made it clear to not include Akeisha on the group chats. Okay. And that you did not want her in the chat. Just say that. Okay. Just say it. Now, Tamara like, but I didn't care if she was in the group chat. All I said was wait until you meet her for yourself before you add her to the group chat. Now my thing is, if that's what she said, it means two different things. That I did not watch the full reunion from last season. Okay. I don't know if she said that on the show. I recall her saying she never said she didn't want her on a text. I know she kept saying that, but I do not know if she explained what she said. Okay. But here she said, all I said was wait until you meet her before you put her in the group chat. And this is my thing. I don't think that's a bad suggestion. If someone is joining the show, if you don't know her yet, if you have not met her in person, why would you add her to y'all group chat when y'all already know each other? I don't see an issue with that. Okay. But Tam, I don't remember ever saying I don't want her in the chat. Okay. I don't remember saying that. Whatever. Now Marie like, look, Tam be lying about this and lying about that. So once I catch her in this lie, we can figure out what's going on and about her lying in life. Now again, she up here all in this lady business. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna read this and say, have you ever been in a long-term relationship or like been engaged? So are you in demand engaged and whatnot? I'm like, what the fuck is it? Why do you care? I'm like, that is just weird. The fact that you're asking her questions, hoping to catch her in a lie because you feel like she's lying about her life. I was like, what the fuck? And Tiana said, well, yes, I've been in all my, relationships have been like long term. Obviously, I've been dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not engaged to mine, not at all. Someone did propose to me before, but it was too soon. I said no. But you know what I'm saying? We dated a little bit more, whatever, and it did not work out. So I feel like, why does it matter? Honey Marie then said Tambra's ex sent her a text, a photo text, okay? Because he wanted to clear his name. Now we don't. I'm like, clear the name for what? I was like, what? Why is Tambra's ex texting you about Tambra trying to clear his name? And Marie said, once we figure out what's going on with Tamara and Damon, I can then know if this guy is being truthful or not. Okay, because I feel like Tamara out here trying to lie for her image. Okay, I was like, girl, is you doing all this shit to avoid discussing your marriage, your failed marriage? I'm just wondering. Because what grown woman has time for all this shit? I was like, girl, not let me question you and see what's going on so I can call you out later. Now she's saying how she doing all this stuff. All this stuff. But on social media, she says, you see this right here? Okay. For Marie Monroe Aston. Clearly this shit is press. Now, I think she's talking about Latrice. But I digress, okay? Clearly, this chick is press. Worried about what Monroe got going on, insecure and pathetic. You will never see me probing, trying to see what someone else have going on because, for one, I don't care, and I'm too busy on and great. I'm girl. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Because for one, I don't care, and I'm too busy and on overload to think about what someone else is doing. Is that right? Are you sure? Now again, she was responding to Latrice, but I feel like if you too busy, you wasn't too busy on the show looking up Tambra shit. You wasn't too busy then, ma'am. I'm just saying. Now also, Marie also was around here fussing because I just want to get you. Cause I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I said I don't know if that's true. Okay, because she was also posting this stuff. Now I don't know what was going on with Latrice and um Marie, but they on social media. Okay, they round here on, I'm trying to make this thing bigger. They round here on social media fussing, okay, and for no good reason. Now, Marie said, I say this in the most humblest way. I'm rich and I'm that bitch. I'm tired of being degraded and humiliated as if I'm not worthy of my success. I'm not flashy, but I can buy whatever I want. Although I own 12 different businesses and offer 30 different programs and services, I can get the whole thing. Wait, let me get it over here. Luckily, luckily, I had a tweet already pulled up. I just did not think to fully expand the shit. Okay. Boom. Bam. So what she said was, show more. Um, and I own 12 different businesses and offer 30 different programs and services, and I'm not dropping receipts for one business. I'm only dropping receipts for one business because there's too many businesses to drop receipts for. Only one is enough to prove I am that multi-million-dollar business owner. I say that I am. I worked 25 years to get where I am at this point. Unless you drop your video, if you log it into your bank account, you're log into your bank to produce receipts. No one can ask me anything negative at this point. I'm tired of Latrice and her bogus documents. Latrice is back and forth. Now, she
don't at me. Don't ask me.
I'm gonna mute this. She then posted this video where she is logging into the Medicaid services that shows how much money she make, and she was pulling stuff up from 2019 showing. Well, I'm gonna play it for y'all, and we're gonna talk through it. Let me rewind it.
If you're a healthcare provider, you already know. This is Marie Monroe. If you're a healthcare provider, you already know this provider login portal, Mesa, is legit. It's nothing Photoshop about it. I'm not playing with Latrice no more. I'm not playing with these people, insulting me, talking about, I'm not Marie, not rich, and all of this and that. Baby, I provide over 32 different programs and services. I'm just gonna log into one source of income, one service, and I provide 32. I've been making millions. So if you're not in my smart with me, because
I want y'all to see what that's when I fast forward because she kept talking or whatever. She could have the dates right. But when she put the dates in and it showed the money she was making, she was showing back in 2019, these are the amounts she's making for billing Medicaid. Okay. Because she's logging into the Medicaid server portal. Okay. So in a month, that was how much money she was being paid for Medicaid services. But I feel like, ma'am, ma'am, if you rich, cool. But the money she's showing that she's being paid, that's not what she's getting in her pocket. She's not pocketing 71,000, 58,000, 74,000, 108,000. Like that's not what it is. That's what they're billing for services, which means you have to then pay for overhead, pay your employees. Like that's how much her business is making. That's not a net profit. because if you're running all these services, you have to pay for shit. So first of all, I would never let anybody make me, you know, put out how much money I'm making, you know, at all. Now this is what she put up for May of 2023. 49,000, 50,000, 50,000, 49, 50. Well, one, you make less money now than you was back then. Okay, let's say that. But that's stuff that she was making this month. Well, last month was now June. So the fact that she round here on social media just trying to prove that she's rich. I'm really rich. I'm like, that's cool. But really, really rich people don't need to prove it. And again, the money, this Medicaid money that you're getting paid from Medicaid, okay, is not the money she's profiting in her pockets. That is how much she's being paid that then has to cover overhead, her buildings, her staff, all of that. So I mean, I'm not saying you broke. I also feel like you should get a refund on the no shop. But again, Marie act like new money because new money out here opening up accounts and showing accounts, and that's just the one business. That's one. Okay, cool. So Marie Brown here on social media, honey, plotting. She even went as far as showing, and she was posting the. Let me share my screen. She was posting like certificates of, I guess, the businesses or whatever. So I kept on this the Mississippi Board of Pharmacy. She blocked out like the registration stuff, issue date, expire date. I was like, but why we can't know what's going on? So I kept on zooming in because I want to see some dates because is this recent? Now this was issued July. It looked like July 21st, 2022. Because even though the X's is around there, you can still read what it is. That's a 7/21/2022, and it expires December 31st of this year. So again, I'm not cool. But why are you blocking it out? What's going on? Okay. That was one that she had. That's the Board of Pharmacy. Now, she also put up this one. Let me share it again. Y'all, because it ain't much else to talk about besides I want this to be this hour premiere. So let me share it. Because I'm thorough. Because I'm thorough. Okay, so this is the State of Mississippi Department of Mental Health. Okay, for her Hamilton Davis Mental Health certificate. Okay, that it meets requirements to be an operational stands for to be operational. Okay, for all that stuff. But I'm like, when it was an issue? Okay, now I can't really read this date. It say January. This right here looked like it say 22, and then to December 31st. Either I'm thinking that's 24. I'm guessing it's not an 04 because that was a long, long, long time ago. So I'm thinking that's the December 31st of 2024. Okay. And then the date at the bottom, this looked like it's like April something of 21. So again, she's putting up all these different um certificates, but hiding dates. I'm like, why are you hiding dates? Who has dates? That don't make no sense. I'm not gonna have no date. Why you hiding a date? Now she also put up this one. I mean, she shared this. I'm gonna share it with y'all. That's my thing. This is for a controlled substance registration, okay? For Hamilton Davis Mental Health Incorporated, doing business as Hamilton Davis Treatment Services, okay? And this is in Mississippi, okay? So again, the dates for stuff, I don't know why the dates is crossed off. I don't know. Now this again was for July 21st, 2022 to December 31st of 2023. Okay. So again, stuff that is still going to be ending this year. And now she also had one. Now this one was this Board of Pharmacy. I'm like, but this one is expired. How you put up an expired one? Okay, so that means that you operate illegally. Is that what's going on? I don't know. This one, okay, the Board of Pharmacy for Hamilton Davis Home. Let's zoom. Okay, now issue date was in 2018, renewed in 2020, expired in 2021. So that means it expired 2 years ago. So I'm like, are you still doing? Did you? Is that why some of these were X'd out because so many things could possibly be expired? It expired. It expired. Put up a new one anyway. So my Maria is saying I don't have time to be around here. Okay, I don't have time to be girl. But you was online the whole time, just trying to survive. Okay, putting up stuff about Tambra. I was like, girl, get out of my face. Marie out here trying to avoid discussing her failed marriage. Where's your girlfriend? Where that lady is? Isn't it Effie? Essie. Is it Essie? Where's Essie? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So girl, bye. Anyway, Akeisha meets up with Latrice. Girl, again, somebody ain't right. Because Latrice wig, now I'm assuming because I'm assuming where they were it was really, really hot and her wig was just slipping and sliding or whatever. But I was like, girl, yo, girl, the wig's gonna come off. And I'm like, Keisha, you not gonna see your wig slipping. Pull it down a little bit. No one told her wig was slipping. Anyway, Akeisha and Latrice meet up for a little play date with Latrice's three grandkids and then one of Akeisha's kids. Akeisha's kids. Grandkids and Akeisha. So Latrice with these kids is funny. Okay, I mean, she's a grandmother or a grandma. Okay, but you can tell she's not used to these play dates because I'm like, girl, what are you wearing? When she said, you had your shoes off, I got on Chanel. I'm like, who wears Chanel shoes to the play date with children at the romper room? Okay, your shoes have to come off. And you should wear socks because I'm like walking barefoot. It's probably kid pee and poop all over. Anyway, she tells the kids how she likes being a grandmother. Okay, she loves it or whatever. That Cliff kids are basically her same age, a little bit older. Okay, little bit, but not much. But it works for them. It's fine, fine, fine. And that she still does not know if she wants kids yet. And she said, "Well, is that because of you or because of Cliff?" She's like, "No, it's because of me. I really do think Latrice doesn't want children because she is scared to have to be a mom. But I also think she fears what kind of mom she would be being married to Cliff based on how he is. You know what I'm saying? Now, Akeisha then brings up her, talking to Josh. And yeah, Josh said he living with y'all. What was that about? Well, yeah, the water crisis happened, so I let him move in or whatever. But him and Cliff, you know what I'm saying, was a little bit stuff, because Cliff felt like Josh was in our business. And she then said, well, was Josh in your business or did you put him in it? She's like, well, where is all this coming from? Because Akeisha was asking questions based on what Josh told her, but Latrice was like, wait a minute, where? Like, this is weird. Okay, what's going on? So Akeisha said, well, I talked to Josh, and then he said this and he said that. Okay, so she tells him basically, she tells her, okay, Akeisha tells Latrice everything that Josh told her. Which, if I loved her response, she's like, but you was nosy for one, okay? And for two, I have to check Josh because at the end of the day, there's no way you should know any of this, okay? You should not know what's going on in my household, okay? I would not want Josh telling me anything about what's going on in your household, okay? And I don't think you would want me hearing your business from him. So I should get that same respect. And my thing was, she was 100% right. Out of respect for their friendship, you should not be telling other folk her business. But again, I told y'all Josh is messy because Josh telling Akeisha what's going on with Cliff and Latrice really don't even affect him or Akeisha. It doesn't. It was just him gossiping. You hear me? And I like that. You right. You right or whatever. But she said, look, Cliff was hurt by things Josh was saying, and he was hurt or whatever. And so Cliff felt like he was being disrespected, and so he, had a reaction. And then Akeisha said, "Well, I feel like Josh was. He thought he was defending you by what he was saying." And I was like, "Okay, that's the point. That's the point too." And Latrice, like, I get it. I get that, and I appreciate that. I do for real. However, I think he got too comfortable. Okay, we already have other issues with work because Josh feel like we're friends first, and he doesn't respect the work relationship, and she know they have to handle that, and that's why sometimes you can't work with friends who can't separate the two. Even I said how Josh doesn't know how to be a friend to Latrice, let her vent, and he doesn't take that information back to her husband and create more chaos. And I think Josh is aware his mouth caused more chaos because no one's saying how he feels is wrong. It's just not his place to do it the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? We then seen Tambra and Damon. First of all, them in this confessional, I'm like, why is he in a white tee and some jeans? I just felt like everybody else is dressed up. Is that his dress up? Is his dress up jeans and a button up? I'll leave that be. Tambra, girl, I don't know. I don't know if I believe they're a couple. I don't. Or even if they are a couple, I feel like they not putting no real work into making it work. You know what I'm saying? And this is I don't know them. I don't know them at all. I'm just saying my opinion. She tells him that her program manager Quasi wants her to do a podcast. That way she can reach more people without having to leave Jackson. They want to call it "Is the Mic Off?" because every time they talking, they say "Is the mic off?" because a hot mic is messy. Okay, and so she's happy about this podcast he's been wanting her to do for this long time. Now she kept bringing up how me and Demond have different work schedules. And so we have to plan date nights, which to me means they already don't have time together. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, well, then you don't have time together and you're going to do a whole little, like another job or whatever. Okay. And not saying she should base her life around him, but I do feel like if they want their relationship to go further, I think they both need to put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? And when he then said, "Will that mean we'll have less time together? Like, will I be on a podcast? Will I be around?" I'm like, dude, why would you be on a podcast? Are you in radio? Are you in talk conference? What do you do? What do you do? You know that you would be on. Now this is my thing. I also feel like sometimes when people have podcasts, they do bring their boyfriend girlfriend along sometime. You know what I'm saying, to do a little conversation. You know what I'm saying. So I don't see a big issue if he was coming on eventually. I'm like, but she ain't even started it yet. Okay. And he then brings up how, like, have you found a spot for your little cat cave? Because remember, she wants to find a space for her to live. You know, and they called it her cat cave because he had his man cave. She was a cat cave, and he like, and then if you have, like, can I come over? Like, am I allowed there? Like, she basically was like, no. She's like, I just want a space. So that's for me. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you go to bed early. You're in bed by like 8. So I don't know. Um, Again, a part of me just feel like neither one of them is making a full fledged effort to take this further. It's just about, we dated for a long time before. We like each other. We know how our parts work. And she wants marriage, and I think he wants a housewife, and she ain't a housewife. She can be a wife, but not a housewife. And so there has to be compromise within that space, okay? And then when she tells him that she feels as if he bribed her to, oh, I forgot the thing. He like, you basically bribed me to get me to move in with you, because she said you told me that the ring was at the house, okay, but it wasn't. Now we see like a flashback or whatever to the last season, and what he said was, no, she said, okay, it wasn't even her. It was her. It was him, girl. It wasn't him. It was her. And she said, "Oh, the mom said the ring might be at the house." It might be. He was laughing. So I was like, at the end of the day, he know what she wants. He is aware. She wants to be engaged. She wants to be married. And until she had that, and as she said, until I get what I want, until he fully makes me a priority, I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep because he knows she wants to be engaged. But even him saying how she think this way, I think that way, whatever, and we need to compromise. Okay, we need to no. You either want to marry her or not. So I like her kind of putting her foot down and not still playing house with him when she feel like I've been here long enough and you have not proposed. Now, if you want her to stay and you know she wants, give it to her. If not, let her leave. Let her go. Let her be. Let her find somebody who wants to be her husband. Period. You know. Anyway, lastly, SoGucci, girl, SoGucci, Marie, and Lateshia meets up. Okay. Now they met up at like a little condo. Okay, because Lateshia gonna sign a new lease. Okay, she wants to have her own place. She wants some time away from Glen, and the house is fully furnished. I was like, who computer is that? I'm like, who leases a house and somebody has a whole office with an old time computer and old time set up, but the house she's renting comes furnished. It looked like an Airbnb. I'm leaving that bit. Okay. Anyway, but we then find out the Marie is putting an apartment in her name. Okay. So that way Glenn don't have any rights to the house because it's not in the teacher's name. It is in Marie's name. And I was like, I mean, that's a good friend to basically put an apartment in your name, in their name, when they know your husband is crazy, a little bit deranged, a little bit stalkery. Okay, because I'm like, y'all know how dire this is because anyone who goes to that length should know. And it might be some bullshit. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Anyway, Latisha like, look, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like stuff is crazy. So thank you so much for giving me this place. Hug, hug, hug. Okay. They then sign the lease and they sitting around talking on these folks' couch. Okay. Now, Letitia brings up to SoGucci how she talked to Latrice. How Latrice said, well, she said it wasn't nothing. Like, she said it wasn't a big deal. She said that you were not really working for her. You were not showing her properties or any locations or whatever. That she did not hear from you a lot and whatever. So that's why she went with somebody else. That is not true. No, that is not true. That is not true. Okay. Marie then said, you should have got her to sign a contract or a non-compete clause. Now, I feel like when you're working with somebody who's trying to find you, I know when you usually have someone sell your house, like a realtor, you do have a contract with them to have some time to find a buyer. I don't know why SoGucci did not have any kind of contract with Latrice. To me, I feel like it's because that meant she wasn't really a client. It's my friend. I'm helping my friend out. And sometimes when you help your friends out, it means they don't go full out for you. That's why I am a firm believer. I will pay people to do a job because that way I can make sure you do the job I paid you to do. There's a contract between us, okay? So if I have a contract with you to find me a place, you have to do that. But if it's your friend, I'm helping a friend, you don't really, you may feel like you don't have to do all the extra shit, okay? But whatever. Now, when Gucci admits, well, yeah, that was my fault. That was my mistake for me not to have had her in a contract. I said, but that's the point. Everyone keep on saying you didn't have a contract with her. So how you upset that someone you did not have a contract with went to somebody else when she felt like you were not doing the most for her, whatever. Marie then tried to be slick. Marie then said, yeah, because like you know what I'm saying, she kept saying that she was using you to buy all her other properties. Okay, so why switch up now? Unless she was lying and you never sold her any properties and she was just trying to floss. I said, first of all, that might have been a read for Latrice because you're trying to say Latrice is just saying she bought stuff through you and she lying because she fronted. I'm like, well, no, that would make SoGucci a liar. That would mean SoGucci not really out here selling shit. So I'm looking like you up and tried to shade Latrice, and to me, you almost shaded Gucci. But before she could respond, Glen crazy ass walked. I said, Glen, where the fuck you come from? Glen, where the fuck you come from, Glen? Girl, Glen popped up at that damn door. Marie got scared and ran. I'm like, why y'all running? Y'all, it's Glen. Now, but they was one like, how the fuck did he know to be here? Where he coming from? I was like, Glen, what you doing? Glen, why you here? Glen, how? Glen, why? Okay, what's going on here? We talking about this. What's going on here? What, Glen? Why is you talking to her? I was. It was really Marie and Glen fussing. Why is you stalking her? What is you? What is you here for? That's my wife. I'm her husband. We married. I can't. How am I stalking her? You couldn't tell me about this. You couldn't tell me about this. Maria so was like this way. This is Marie place. Okay, this is Marie. Look at it. They trying to show him the lease. They trying to show Glenn the lease that is in Marie's name. He like, man, fuck that. I don't care about that. Y'all can't pay me. I don't because he knew the house was going to be in Marie's name. Okay. He then say how I guess he heard it all. So apparently he was recording her conversations and found out and follow her ass to his address. And girl, first like he didn't even, how somebody come over, they knock on the door. He walked up to the door and walked in. I was like, nigga, now you gonna knock? What? you know, and he like, why would you do that? Why would you sign a lease for my wife? Okay, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This between me and her. And she said, because she's my friend. And enough is enough. Okay. Now Glenn and Marie fussing back and forth. Okay. When Marie told him he need to put his dick on ice, I said, nah, put the dick on ice. I mean, it was hot, put the color down. Okay. Now Glenn then said, you need to worry about the married man you dealing with. No, the married person. Okay. You should worry about the married man you have. Okay. And leave me and Lateshia alone. I'm like, who she fucking? He kept repeating it. I'm like, who she fucking? Marie with a married person? Girl, what's going on? Now they think it may be Essie. Anyway, so this point, Glenn pissed. You gonna take my son from me? You know what I'm going through. You gonna take my son from me? Like I asked you to give me some time and some space. And you've been recording me, Glenn? Really? I gave you time and space. Okay. You won't tell me the truth. And you know what I'm going through. You know I'm like Glenn, calm the fuck down. So she like Glenn, come outside. Let's talk. Let's talk outside. She take him outside. Okay. And he like, you got a condo on somebody else name. That's crazy. She's like, no, all this shit, you need to chill out, okay? All this extra stuff ain't necessary, okay? Just stop. Just stop. Now in the house, Gooch telling Marie, this your house. You know, you can force him to leave because it's your house. It's not Latrice. I mean like it's not Latrice. You can make him leave. Latrice, girl Latrice, Lateshia, come here. Glenn, you need to leave. Marie was like, I'm gonna be that friend. This is my house. I signed the lease. You need to leave. It ain't her house. Get out. Okay? You should go. Now, the whole time you see Lateshia trying to say, Glenn, just leave. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house, okay? Can you leave? Are you gonna go in the house? You gonna really? That's what you're gonna do? And Marie said, Glenn, leave. Okay, go play. Okay, go get some toys from Walmart and go play. Leave it be, bitch. Leave it be. Now he leave, and then she go back in the house, and I was like, girl, it's crazy because Glenn pissed because she went in the house. Marie pissed because Glenn crazy. When will enough is enough? Okay, and Latrice like, look, I'm scared to leave him. You know what I'm saying? As you see, it ain't easy. Look at this shit. Okay, he has abandonment issues from his childhood. Okay, and I don't want to just, you know, trigger shit. I don't want my son, but she like, I don't know what would happen if I left him and took our son. I don't know what would happen, and I don't want my son getting hurt. Okay, it's just too much. She then tells Gucci, we can't get his space because now he know where it is. So we can't do this. I'll pay you double your fee, but you know I can't do this. I was like, girl, so Gucci can't sell shit. Every time she attempts to sell a house, it falls through. I was like, cause you gonna be mad at Tisha, me and Latrice, like girl, and Latisha like you mad at Latrice. I just first of all, Glen following her, Glen knowing she there, that shit is crazy. Completely crazy. Okay. I mean, girl, go get a PPO. Go get a PPO. And this is also something. I feel like Glenn is out of pocket for real. But I also feel like she left him before. I'm wondering was maybe this the first time he felt like she would leave him and not come back. So it's making him act out. But girl, please don't fuck that man no more. Just don't. Because he ain't just don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. But it's just foolishness. All this foolish shit. And I'm still wondering, Marie, what about your failed marriage? Get off of Tambra being a liar. Okay, what about your failed marriage? Anyway, y'all, that's all I have. I gotta go. I love you all. Until later on. Bye.